All right, let's get this over with. It's a fucking disaster. I mean, why has this happened?
We're recording on StreamYard because I'm missing, or I forgot at the studio, two little pieces of equipment that would help us record like we did the trivia show. And every place is closed down here because of Martin Luther King Day.
You're already freezing. I already can't hear you. You're already frozen a couple of times. You hear that, Mike?
I could hear him.
Was it closed last night for Martin Luther King Day?
No, but the places that were nearby did not have what I was looking for.
Where did you go?
Went to the Walmart Supercenter, about 8 miles from where we're staying.
Okay. Anywhere else?
I went to the Ingles, and I went to a pharmacy. A couple of different places. It's just a piece of adapter equipment. It's not a common.
You're freezing.
thing.
I can't hear you. I can't hear him. Steve, Mike, he's coming clear to you?
He's coming in clear for me. Both of you are.
Okay, you're skipping for me too. So the show's gonna be a fucking disaster, which is a wonderful way to start my fucking week down here. So to be clear, like last night when I went and had to get my room key and you lounged down in your fucking socks and your pajamas to get your food, you had already looked for everything?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And that was at like 6:30?
Yes.
So you just called it a day at that point. You said, fuck it.
I was hungry because I hadn't eaten all day. I was busy risking my life for you for the new podcast.
Okay. You can quit anytime you want if that's the issue. I mean, you have a job. You produce this show as well, right?
Yeah. I just wasn't able to find the equipment. So I was trying to compromise and find a different way to do the show.
The show's going to suck. It's going to fucking suck shit. It's going to sound third rate. This is why people, why people think you've checked out of the show. Like.
Well, I mean, I told you we could boot Mike and we could just do a regular show down here in my hotel room.
I'll quote you right now on that. Here it is. 1 second.
Do we really need Mike?
But that's also going to suck unless we boot Mike. So yeah, there you go. So there's another option of something that was going to suck, right?
No, I said we could have the quality of the audio is going to be fine.
True or false? You went to a couple places.
I never said it wasn't my fault.
And at 6:30, you said fuck it, and you ordered your food, and you were lounging around in your fucking pajamas and socks around the hotel here. True or false?
True.
Okay. So then what? So then why? What are we talking about? I mean, this is
I'm just explaining to you. I'm explaining to you why we are recording the way we're recording.
Okay. And it sounds like it's going to sound like fucking shit. It's going to sound like shit. So all right, let's go. What do we got?
Is it always like this in the mornings now? I feel like night is much more relaxed.
Well, I'm not wrong. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think I've been pretty. I mean, Steve's giving me an excuse. He risked his life for me. Is that what you said?
I'm just telling you that last night I was beat.
Hold on. You said you risked your life for me.
Well, this is true.
Well, okay,
that's indisputable. That's indisputable.
You did it for the show that I'm also doing the same thing for.
Correct.
Like you worked for me. Like this is I think you think this idea that there's somehow an equal partnership or something. It is not.
I understand that, Kirk.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know. You're fucking lounging around the fucking thing, talking to people in your pajamas and your socks last night, getting your fucking food at 6:30 when the next day the show's nowhere going to be ready. And your participation of that is that, and to send me a thing about Sarah Fuller being invited to the inauguration on Wednesday. Okay, go ahead. Mike and Steve, the floor is yours. Talk about Sarah Fuller, the kicker, going to the inauguration, and why any of the people listening today would give a shit and a half about that. Go ahead, please.
I was hoping we would get to it. Thank you.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, it's like, send it to Kirk and make him dance. So let him make some of it. So go ahead, guys. Go ahead. I'll stay out of the way.
Well, for me, I think it's more about the media coverage because the other clip that you sent me was about Kamala Harris's shoes. And it's kind of interesting to me to see the abrupt change in the media coverage. It's happened in like 20 days. It's gone from Trump is evil to all of a sudden, oh, look at Kamala Harris's shoes. That's so cute.
I sent you sound of that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I didn't send you. There's no sound. Like the sound is funny of that. Jane Pauley laughing. Vice President-elect Harris is laughing. Like we react to the sound. Like, so what you're telling me is, and I wasn't aware of this, so I appreciate that, is that the media coverage is slanted more toward the left than the right.
Yes, correct.
Okay, I didn't know that. Well, thank you. I'm brief now.
I mean, you believe it, folks?
I am shocked.
I just thought that was based on the Kamala clip you sent. That was a theme that you wanted to talk about.
I'm going to drop you in one of these fucking mountains, and no one will ever fucking find you. Ever.
This feels like it's about more than whatever this piece of equipment is. It feels like you two are angry at each other for some reason.
No, we've had a couple of good days. Steve's done a great job down here. See, this is where everyone's going to be Kirk's an asshole. I'll be very clear. Steve's doing a spectacularly great job on the stuff down here. Awesome. He'll do a great job today. I'm very proud of him. People give him shit. He doesn't deserve it when it comes to this to the case that we're working on. He's been awesome. A+. I cannot give him a high enough grade. I am proud of him. I love working with him. But this drives me. He knows me well enough to know by now. We've been working together for whatever. It's been 4 months. I don't even know how long I've been doing this stupid show for. That something like this was going to fucking drive me crazy, and he didn't really even want to address it. He tried to dance around it.
But you're usually not pissed off about like technology shit. Like when we thought Steve lost the show that time and he was very nervous, you didn't care about stuff like that.
I'll stress it again, okay? You're talking to some 19th-rate podcast host about trying to kill himself. By the end of which we all wish he had done before he was on that fucking episode.
It was a lovely episode.
It was great. The point is, again, I'll say it again: pajamas, socks. When Steve sent me that text,
so that's what the attitude is. What bothers
Steve lounging down there in his pajamas and socks, like, hey, like George fucking W. Bush himself. Mission accomplished. He might as well have had it tattooed in his stupid fucking forehead when he went and got that food. And then now I'm getting this from him. It sound like shit. It's going to be all fucking rankled. I wanted to just talk about Zarbano the whole show. Now I don't want to because we're going to sit here and I'm going to talk about how third-rate he is. And it's going to sound like a third-rate fucking podcast. I don't want to do that now, which annoys me. So now we're going to talk about some kicker going somewhere on Wednesday where literally I could fucking set off a nuclear bomb and nobody who was affected by it would even know or care about Sarah Fuller. No one. Not a person except for socks and sweats Steve, pajamas Robinson, who's fucking just Mr. fucking hotel lounging. He's not busy bitching about this hotel. He's fucking lounging around. Meanwhile, he's bitching about this hotel's Wi-Fi for endlessly for fucking I'm trying to interview people. It seems like interrupting the interviews to bitch about the fucking Marriott with these fucking people. And now he's putting his his faith in this very Wi-Fi system. True or false, Steve?
Well, I was on the phone with customer service because this shitty Marriott doesn't allow you to doesn't do the customer service on your behalf. So I spent an hour trying to get the internet to work last night so that we could actually do this show.
Steve's like, I'm never staying in a Marriott again. Well, don't fucking leave. What do I stay somewhere else? Stay your shit. You stay your shithole.
There was immense peer pressure from you to stay in a Marriott because if I stay in the Airbnb where the internet actually works. You complain about it.
I can't even hear you. Zero peer pressure. What I said was stay wherever you want. I don't care. By the way, where do we stay in upstate New York?
At a Marriott.
How'd it work?
It worked fine.
Totally fine. So
yes.
I mean, I don't.
So it's like 50% Marriott internet effectiveness.
Where in New York or overall?
No, Marriott's generally. I mean, this idea that I was just lounging around, not trying to prepare for the show, isn't accurate because I was back here trying to get the internet to work because I had to handle customer service. Marriott won't do that for you.
6:30 last night when I saw you. What were you doing?
I was getting food so I could eat for the first time since breakfast.
Well, did I give you an opportunity to get lunch?
Yes, you did. I wasn't ready to eat right then, but I'm just saying at 6:30, I was ready to eat some fucking food.
Okay, you make it sound like you were starved, like you hadn't eaten in 3 days. We stopped at Ingles. I ate a sandwich, which was a boar's head sandwich, which was delicious. Beautiful turkey and Swiss. You had every opportunity at that point to get lunch.
I'd already have breakfast. It was like 11 o'clock.
If you had said to me at any other point, hey, Kirk, stop and get food, I've said no.
Because I was focused on what we were doing. I wasn't hungry at that time. By the time we got back to the hotel.
We had an hour and a half. We were just trying to make calls, lounging around in downtown Walhalla. We could have gone anywhere at that point. Anywhere you could have gotten food. Anywhere. Would I have said no?
No, you wouldn't have. But I wasn't hungry at that time. When I was hungry, I wanted to eat.
Like Gandhi himself, you fasted from breakfast until 6 o'clock. You ordered your stupid shrimp and whatever from the fucking place. I'm sitting there trying to get my key. By the way, I had been on the phone for a half hour out in the parking lot with somebody I'm trying to get to talk to today with us. So I'm still working. I get in there. I can't find my fucking key. And what do I see? I see Steve lounging down there in his fucking pajamas, his fucking like the fucking 'twas the night before Christmas fucking shirt and his fucking socks. And he's like, yeah, hey, what's going on? What are you doing? I'm trying to get my keys. He's like, I'm just picking up some food, man. He just scrolls away.
Is he fucking dazed and confused?
Yeah. He really was with a fucking care in the world. And I'm just like, now is the AC's blaring? Is that going to be on here?
A little bit, yeah. I can hear it.
Yeah, good. Good. I'm gonna fucking crank it.
How was the food, Steve?
Subpar.
Oh,
of course it was.
It was just quesadillas.
Of course it was.
Multiple quesadillas.
Well, I mean, it's like one.
Trying to make something out of this, baby.
Christ. That stupid chain off, too. Like a fucking idiot.
Gosh, I didn't realize it was out. I apologize.
Jesus Christ.
My Jesus piece.
What do we have for we have new advertisers this week?
Yes, we have Babbel for the first time.
The motion picture?
No, the app that helps you learn different languages.
Oh, good.
I can actually use this.
Have you really?
I should to learn Albanian.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, do you think they have that here? I'm sure they do. In case you don't speak, let's just say Albanian. You can learn it from Babbel, the #1 selling language learning app. I think a lot of people when they start the year, they always have these goals and they never do it. This is actually something I've thought about in the years past as well. I stink at this. This actually is good. This is applicable for me or applicable rather. I have a friend of mine who has his own language, and he would say acclimate, and he meant acclimate. And I would say to him, I might have told this story before. I'd say, "Don't you mean acclimate?" And he would look at me totally seriously and be like, "Is that how your family says it? Acclimate?"
He would say acclimate?
Yeah, he would use words like that. Like he'd be like, just trying to acclimate to the situation. And I'd be like, "You mean acclimate, right?" And he would look at me and be like, "That's how your family says it?" It would make me think like, "Oh fuck, is my family been wrong the whole time?"
Yeah, divisive.
It sounds like kind of an aunt's situation.
Shut up, Steve. Unlike the infamous language classes you took in high school, or as Mike would say, infamous, Babbel designs their courses with practical, real-world conversations in mind, things you'll get used in everyday life. Other language learning apps use AI for the lesson plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. I like this. I'm going to do this. Babbel, you can choose from 14 languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. I speak a little bit of French, by the way.
Let's hear it.
What's that?
Can we hear some?
Yeah, bonjour, comment allez-vous?
Wow, that is. Am I in an embassy? Where am I?
Kirk, très bien, et au français, et tout. Their teaching method has been scientifically proven, as I said, to be effective. Speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accent. Mike, you should do this. 3-month Babbel subscription. You get an additional 3 months for free. That's 6 months for the price of 3. Go to BABEL.com. BABEL.com and use promo code Kirk. That's BABEL.com. Code Kirk for an extra 3 months free. Babbel, language for life. So, well, first of all, Steve, thank you so much for risking your life. You're a fucking real hero.
Well, thank you. It's finally nice to get some recognition.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, you knew that coming. Like, what am I supposed to? What do you want for that?
Just some recognition. And first of all, you knew that going in. I didn't think that we'd be driving around South Carolina with a meth head wielding a knife.
Okay, but okay. Well, whose idea was that?
I think that was an idea that we mutually agreed on.
Who?
I think we both. I think we both. We had a moment. We had a moment where we were locked eyes in front of the guy, and we were like, "Okay, we're going to make this happen." Yeah, I'm the one who arranged it, but I think that we were both both consenting to it.
Shut up. Then then shut up. Like what you make it sound like I'm starving you, holding you at gunpoint, and making you do this. You want to do this. You told me yesterday you're getting this huge adrenaline rush from this.
Yes, of course I am. But I'm just saying there's some helpful context that explains why we're recording in the manner that has you upset.
There's helpful context to explain why you were in your pajamas and socks at 6:30 at night, like Harry Minahan.
Correct. Yes.
True? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Did something go wrong with the investigation that led to this beef?
Yeah, Steve wasn't murdered. That's what went wrong with the investigation. That will be rectified. I've made you know what? The old famous 2 phone calls. 2 new phone calls. I made them. So
you're now on the side of the.
yeah. As a matter of fact, yes, I am. Anyway, so I'll tell 2 quick stories here. I think I'll do a beginning and an end, and then we'll work. We'll cross the beginning of the bridge, the end of the bridge, then we'll cross the bridge together. Mike, feel free to jump off the bridge at any time.
All right.
So, did you ever watch that? Did we talk about that documentary, the Golden Gate one?
I think it was mentioned at some point, unless I talked about it somewhere else.
Yeah, the one where they just film them jumping off. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
The Golden. Yeah. Did you see that one, Steve?
No, I don't think I did.
The other thing about Steve is, one more before I tell my other stories, is so Steve rented the truck, which is pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie to you. But he didn't bring like the adapter or anything. So am I to believe, Steve, like for the 3 hours you were driving, you just listen to like AM and FM radio the whole time?
No, I just put on my phone. The speaker on my phone is loud enough to listen to podcasts.
Yeah. What'd you listen to?
I listened to a couple of finance podcasts.
Okay.
Last night, though, I was listening to The Answer.
To what?
The Answer.
How was it?
It's like if Barry Armstrong was in QAnon.
Oh,
I'm sold.
wonderful. Great.
Has Stephen B. Smith taken a sabbatical? Where's he been?
Where's Stephen?
Yeah, Stephen A. Well, no, Stephen B. Smith hasn't loaded any new seminars since like 2009.
That's very disappointing.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I think I got to check with Mutt. I think I first did radio filling in for Rob Bradford on a weekend show in 2008, I believe, the summer of 2008. I had just been hired by EI.com. I was back for California for a week or something, and Rob had to go do something. I can't remember what it was, and he said, "You want to fill in on radio?" I had never done radio ever. So I said, sure. You know, it was a Saturday, I think. It was a Saturday. And I drove down there, and I was all excited. Like, you know, this is fucking crazy. I'm going to be on WEI, my dream, you know, So I get in there. I think it was like 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I don't know. Maybe Mutt would remember. I remember we were on after Craig and Larry. So we do the first segment, and it seemed like it was fine. I didn't really know anything, and I got a call. I went to go to the bathroom. We had like 4 minutes or whatever for the break. And the producer called me, and the weekend producer, and said, just so you know, you're talking really, really quietly. You got to talk louder. And I said, well, I appreciate that. Thanks. You know, And we talked, a young kid. We talked for a few minutes. I went in there. I think I did better after that, and I appreciated that. I remember, and I was like, oh, it's a nice kid. That was Joe Zarbano in college. The last time I saw Joe was November of 2018. I did my last show on Kirk and Callahan. So in the interim 10 years, you know, I became a guy filling in for Rob Bradford when he's going to a media baseball game, I think, on the weekends to the biggest radio personality in the city. And Joe had risen as well to program director, and you know, my coattails.
A meteoric rise it was.
Yeah, well, you know, of which he rose on my coattails, and we had some huge ups and some huge downs. Really big downs. And so I did the last show with Jerry. Mark Hannon asked me to do it and promote and pretend like I thought Mutt Callahan was going to be successful. It obviously wasn't. And pretend like it wasn't a problem that I had with EEI, which Entercom, which it was. I don't think I did a great job of doing either one. And then I wanted to stay on for an extra 5 or 6 minutes, and Joey told them to get us off because Dale O'Keefe had to be on. So I went in my old office, where if you walked into that office, Jerry was the first chair there. The middle chair was sort of a floating producer chair, usually Chris Curtis. And then the end was me, where Dino was sort of in the corner. He was obviously gone at that point. So we were in there talking, and everything was really fine. Like I was not, you know, I was okay with Jerry at that point. I always loved Mutt. And Joey came in to say sort of like, hey, you know, say goodbye and try to be nice, you know, just phony. And I said to him, get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And I'm sure you probably heard the story from other people, Mike. Yeah. And it almost got physical. He kind of came toward me, and I was right, man. I didn't care. I was like, you're a fucking loser. You're a fucking sellout. You have no guts. And what I said to him was, exact quote, it may be 6 months from now. It may be a year from now. It may be 2 years from now. But this decision will cost you your job. And it's not his decision only, of course, but the fact that you didn't fight hard enough, it's fine. You'll keep your job. You'll put some Band-Aids on some bullets for a while. But letting me walk out the door is going to cost you your job. And on Friday, though he did resign.
I was going to say, it's nice that you were wrong and he stepped down on his own accord.
I do an apology. On Friday, it happened. And I'm glad, obviously. As you guys can tell, I've never been happier.
Sure.
But like I couldn't imagine being the guy today having to talk about whatever. But that cost him his job. Ultimately, he didn't have guts. And I said this to Jason Wolf, the program director before Kevin Graham. And then Jason Wolf, I said, the second you allowed Mike Salk to be hired, you knew he wasn't going to be good. You didn't fight hard enough. It cost you your job. And Joey letting me leave and not saying to Pat Paxson and David Field and all these people at Entercom, the higher-ups, Mark Hannon, hey, when this guy leaves, ratings are going to crash. People are going to bail. If he goes, I go. And maybe they would say, get the fuck out of here. Right. Maybe they would say, let's give him a few more months. But that cowardice that is from David Field, who's a pussy, to Mark Hannon a pussy, to Joey was a pussy, all the way down. Ultimately destroyed that station. And I do tell you, I said on Friday, this is one I'm going to enjoy. And I did, and I'm happy that he lost his job, which he did. I mean, nobody believes he resigned, of course. And I know
after these many years of glory, I've decided to resign.
Right. So, and by the way, I found it interesting. I didn't see anybody from Entercom tweet anything positive about him, unless I missed it.
I didn't see it either.
So that's the first thing of it, and then we'll talk about, I guess, the second thing is, you reached out to this Jason Barrett guy, Steve?
I did, yes. He politely declined. He said he'd talk to you off air.
Yeah. Okay, great. So he's friends with Joey. I remember being down in Austin, Texas, this podcast convention, and Zarbano told me, I can't get away from this Jason Barrett guy. He wants to hang out. He wants to go out at night. He wants to be my friend.
Yeah.
He was hired by Entercom to be a consultant, made a lot of money off Entercom, which he did not put in this story. The story is that, like, basically, hey, they won the Marconi, which is some award fucking radio people give each other, means nothing. Raised some money with the Jimmy Fund. They had some struggles in the last couple of years, but that happens. And Chad Thin wrote the same thing. They won't say why, me and Murchison. And that's it. So, again, my old program director, who I hate, got fired, and I am happy about that. And they will hire somebody else who sucks, and they'll do the same fucking boring thing, and they'll hire some 46-year-old guy from fucking Wisconsin,
or it'll just be the next producer that will get a $2 an hour raise or something.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine, like, although we kid around, I can't imagine it would actually make Chris Curtis the program director. That just seems, even by Entercom, to be crazy.
Oh yeah, it'll be Ken Laird probably, right?
I guess
I
it
would
could
think.
be. Yeah,
It'll definitely be a known name.
What's that?
I said it'll definitely be somebody we know. I doubt anyone's going to move from across the country to come to Boston to EEI because people outside of EEI know the story.
Yeah, but radio people, man, they're desperate. The people can go somewhere. But I just found it to be, just from a radio perspective, he did nothing. He tried nothing except for the mystery guest. Obviously, that was good.
Home run.
But and I know Mike, you had your issues with him too. Like there's just ultimately zero. And again, like I'm not asking somebody to be a genius if they're a radio program director. Zero vision, zero risk, zero. Just sat around and waited to be fired until it was his time to get fired. So I have no. It's like a baseball manager who went 68 and 94 2 years in a row. Like you're gonna get fucking fired.
Yeah, it's funny because from your perspective, he was a phony ass kisser, and like to the people at the bottom, he was just a smug, arrogant,
treats you like dirt,
cocksucker. Yeah, who knew he was above you and treated you that way. And he was a guy. Like I remember someone reaching out to me who knew him from when he was a producer, and said something about that job, like getting to say he was program director of EEI. He changed instantly to a guy that thought his shit didn't stink. Where it's like,
well,
it's a nice job, I guess, but Jesus Christ.
I like it to like when BJ Novak got the
yeah, exactly.
Like, and what's weird is like Kevin Graham left. Kevin Graham was a good guy, like not a big thinker, but a nice guy, like a really actually genuinely nice guy. He left, and like the office was open, like physically, no one went into the office. So Joey just started showing up one day and like wore suits. And like they were just like, well, all right, I guess I might as well hire him. Like,
that's smart kind of a power move.
Yeah,
can't fault him for that one.
But like I used to see that with Jason Wolf, especially when I worked weekends where I wasn't even working that much. Like he would be like, kind of shitty to me sort of and to other people. And then like Glenn or Jerry would walk by and be like, whoa, hey. And then I started seeing that happen with me. And I was like, nope, I know exactly what you're doing. And guys like Curtis and Ken, who would never do this now, would say, oh, Joey treats me like shit. He's a fucking asshole. Yeah. Fuck him. And so, I just find it to be, and like I said, Chad Finn didn't mention, not even me or Murchison. It's just weird. Like, it's just a strange, weird thing where they don't talk about it. I don't know what they're going to do. I guess they'll just do the same thing when Dale gets fired and Glenn gets fired and Greg Hill gets fired. And
whereas when you were there, if the program director got fired, it would have been a story about how things are falling apart there, which is the more bizarre. Like in the Globe, they would have loved it.
Yeah. I just don't know. I just don't know what they, like, I think we were talking about yesterday, Steve, or maybe Saturday, whatever it was. Like, I don't know what they do. Like, I don't know what a sports radio station who's trying to, like, it's not even like they have to rebrand themselves because the last couple of years they've done what they wanted to do. So, like, I don't know. Like, they bring in some, they hire Steve Robinson. Like, if you applied yet for the job or no? You should, by the way.
I haven't. No.
You should. You actually should. Maybe I will, too. Like, if they said to you guys, like, said to both of you, so it's 2021. we're a sports radio station. They're not going to think like this. They're just going to hire some idiot. But let's say they're really trying. And they say, well, hey, it's 2021. We're getting our dicks kicked in by the sports hub. We're never going to beat them. But we want to be successful. We want to make a profit. We want to change. We want to be different. What do we do? Be Michael Geary. Now, I understand you've got plenty of projects right now. Patreon.com/Blind Mike is literally like Steve can confirm this. We are in mobile homes and people are talking about it is
right. They can't stop bringing it up. It's actually getting in the way of the secret project.
The chatter is that you guys are in trouble. That's why there's so much infighting on this show. You guys are nervous that I'm coming for you.
There's a tsunami attacking us.
Yes,
you must see the South Carolina bump. You must see the numbers.
A little bit. I know. Oh, they're down there, pumping me up.
It's incredible. We're telling random people.
I appreciate it.
Well, it's a good-looking billboard that you got up here.
What's the beauty of this is I don't know if it downloads count or not. Most of these people have 5-6 phones.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they're burner phones, so I don't know if that helps.
Good. I've bought 10,000 phones. That's the only reason I have any listeners.
Are you literally going door to door? You're going old fashioned?
May I? I don't want to get us off track here, but may I address the captain for a moment? Could you pass this along to him?
Well, yeah. Oh, sure. Go ahead.
I just want to clear up any rumors that 1984. I was not born for another 7 years.
Oh, certainly. No,
so if anyone thinks the captain at any point was ever talking to me, that would be ridiculous. And the idea that I would go door to door and hand people cassettes, I find ludicrous.
You would never do that.
No, very insulting.
No, I think the captain may issue a correction.
Good,
let Kirk Minahan, by the way, before I finish my interview with B. Michael Geary and Stephen Earl Robinson, the final two candidates for the EI job, I said on the show Friday with Carabas, Fun Friday with Jared, highlight of my week, I said that Friendly's did the we'll call them Sprinkles ice cream only. That's Brigham's. I was wrong about that. I can't believe I got that one wrong, Mike.
Oh, man.
And secondly, I said I had never voted for a major party candidate. Not true. I voted for Hillary Rodham Clinton in 2016.
I thought when I heard it, I was like, that doesn't seem. I thought he voted for Hillary.
No, I did. Let people can look up. Can you look up my voting record, Steve, or no?
No, they can only tell that you voted, not who you voted for.
I think I took a picture of it, though. I remember somebody said I was going to get in trouble. I'll see if I can find it. I did vote. Again, I wouldn't be bragging voting for Hillary Clinton, but I did vote for Hillary Clinton.
Right. Okay.
In 2016. Let's do before I do this interview with Steve Robinson and Mike Geary. Steve, what am I doing next year?
We actually have Blue Nile back.
Blue Nile is back?
Yes. Blue Nile is the original online jeweler to high-income adults, primarily males 25 plus. There are two parts to this business. They do wedding jewelry, and they also do everyday fine jewelry. So if you're looking to propose, you're looking to get an engagement ring, and you don't know what you're getting into, Blue Nile has all the tools to help you, select whether it's the fit, the cut, the color, the clarity of the diamond. You can go in. It's got a nice little online, toolbox where you can go through and you can select all the different items you want. That's going to be fully insured. If you're not happy, you can send it back, and there's no problems with it. I bought an engagement ring online. It was the best possible experience. You don't have to go into a mall. Who the hell wants to go into a mall or a jewelry store these days, putting on your mask, worrying about hand sanitizer. They also have their lab-grown diamonds, which are a fifth the cost of natural diamonds that maybe your grandmother wore, but they look just as beautiful. Whether you're customizing an engagement ring or designing diamond stud earrings, online jeweler Blue Nile will allow you to create a bigger, more brilliant piece than you can imagine at a price you won't find at a traditional jeweler.
So BlueNile.com, especially with Valentine's Day coming up. BlueNile.com, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Shop stress-free with guaranteed free shipping and returns. Legendary service, 30-day returns. Expert advice 24/7. BlueNile.com. Do we have a code for that, Steve, or no?
Yeah, so here's the deal. You're going to get $50 off the first $500 you spend. This podcast exclusive deal. This deal is good through Valentine's Day only, includes an engagement ring. Use the code 30 days, 30 days. Every order is insured, ships free, and arrives in discreet packaging, so it won't give away the game. Shop stress-free and find your forever piece. Go to BlueNile.com. That's code 30 days, and that's $50 off the first $500 you spend.
There you go. Thank you so very much. Before we go to the interview, Steve, when you say that nobody wants to go to the malls, of course, you don't mean South Shore Plaza and Braintree, where Milton's is located.
I'm talking about the big.
You make an exception.
Yeah, we'll make an exception for that.
Okay, because you don't have to go in. You can just walk right in there and go to our great friends at Milton's.com. I should say Milton's.com. Do we have Milton's this week?
Yes, we do.
Oh, so let's do Milton's as well. Great. I love Milton's. You go to Milton's.com. Winter clearance sale still going on?
Yes.
Okay. All the clothes I'm wearing, by the way, a Tommy Bahama comfortable Tommy Bahama shirt right now from Milton's, which I'm very comfortable and I love. Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vine, Johnny O's. And you got all your winter stuff. We're now in the dead of winter. Even down here, I got my winter jacket. It's freezing down here. This morning was freezing when I was running outside. So get warm for the winter with our great friends at Milton's. Obviously, go to miltons.com /Kirk. Are we doing deals with that right now?
No, you just go to miltons.com and click the sale page. All the winter clearance sales that are going to be in the store are also online. So miltons.com, click the sale page, and you'll see the steep discounts that they're offering.
So shoes, boots, Timberland, UGG, all on sale. You'll be meeting for Zoom. We understand that. That's why I have my nice shirt on today. You have Milton's big winter clearance sale, the original sponsor of Kirk Minahan, not just the Kirk Minahan show. Go to miltons.com, check out their sale page for the best deals. Social Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, or online at miltons.com. I look forward to going to Milton's with my son, Jared Minahan, this week. Correct?
Yes, we're still trying to work with Jared to set up a time that's going to work for all of us, but we will be in Milton's for the Rockets debut.
Honestly, like getting Mel Gibson on the show, Jesus, you got to set up times with Jared. Just tell him when to be there.
I mean, if Jared is taking his time, is not showing a lot of initiative, that's fine with me. Like, I'm not going to push him.
Hey, wait a second.
It's not an issue. I have told whatever he needs to do. It's fine with me. Completely fine. All right. So, Stephen Earl Robinson, you're up first. You're one of the two final candidates for the job. I just laid it out. WEI needs a program director. How are you going to change it? What's your big vision for this?
So we're going to wipe out all of our local content. We're going to find some national stuff. We're going to syndicate it, and we're going to hire one guy to run the computer board. And the savings are going to be huge. Get rid of Mutt, get rid of Lou, get rid of Merloni, get rid of Fourier. I know Lou Merloni's the same guy. Get rid of Fourier, get rid of all of your talent. Take that money and syndicate some national or big-time regional show.
Boy, what a big vision that is.
Hey, it's the one. It's the one that's going to make money.
Jesus Christ!
What? Can you critique it?
It was a power move saying Lou and Merloni. Like, I don't even know you.
Get rid of them fucking twice.
You're gonna have one guy work the board all day.
Yeah, maybe I will. I'll be the engineer and the programming director, and I'll take 15% of all the salaries I just cut. They can go fuck off wherever, retire, and the station's actually going to turn a profit. And maybe we have two salespeople.
That is real defeatist thinking, though, wouldn't you say?
No, I think
that's a bigger vision than this.
I've been saying that all along. I mean, what are we going to do? Are we going to hire Kirk Minahan again?
No, but you could. I mean, you could look. You could try. No,
we're going to hire Nustin. We're going to bring in intern Justin.
Nustin and Justin from 10 to 2 would do bigger ratings than Dale and Keith. I guarantee you that.
Probably yes.
Go ahead, Mike, go ahead, please.
Well, Steve sort of scoffed at the idea, but I believe the device you need is called a flux capacitor. And you go back to 2014, keep the Kirk and Callahan show, hire Barstool Sports, and actually give people a chance rather than retread the fucking Dale and Holly show and Glenn Ordway until he's 70 fucking years old. Other than that, that's what they should be doing is giving. I mean, I don't know what the next Barstool Sports is, but let people like that try rather than bringing in Tangway. No, I like Tangway, but Jesus Christ.
No, it's sad. But, like, what's amazing is, we had Dave, I was saying this to Steve yesterday, we had Dave on the show, Mike, like, fairly regularly, Kirk and Callahan, maybe once every month or 6 weeks. And we had talked to him, and it's crazy how much the Barstool's exploded in the last 4 or 5 years, so it doesn't sound like it makes sense in 2021. But say 5-6 years ago, like, I was talking to Zarbano about, like, why don't we put some of these Barstool guys on the weekends and just try? And they're like, oh, they're going to swear. And I mean, no, they're not. They're really not. And let's say they do. You friggin' dump it. Like, that's your concern? Like, if
but they're also not idiots. Like, if they have a job, they're not going to just purposely ruin it. Like, they might curse once in a while by accident, but they could have easily had in middays. I don't know if Portnoy would have done it maybe back then, but probably not every day. But you could have them in once in a while, and they could have had Feidelberg, Carabas, Rear Admiral, like Hank producing, and it would have been a fun, laid-back midday show.
At least you could have tried it on the weekends and seen if it worked or not. You could have. They just had their ideas. Let's have, I don't know, whoever these weekend drips are, and they come on and they're literally just like, Lamar Jackson, blah, 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 blah. And it's just nothing, and you have no investment. There's no investment to it. There's no I want to listen to this guy talk about anything, not just sports. I want to follow this guy and see what's going on. They're afraid, and I'm telling you, when they get rid of Dale and they bring in a new program director, they're going to fire Dale and they're going to bring in like Andy Gresh. They're going to fire the program director and they're going to bring in a guy who's been in, Spokane for the last 3 years, who's going to come in and say, you know what we got to do? I figured it out. You guys are taking breaks at 13 past the hour. If we take it at 17 past the hour, we can steal that quarter hour. It's just going to be the same old fucking bullshit. Sarbano used to come in and say, I've told this, like, oh, you guys did a 14-8 last week. But, the first hour, you're supposed to break at 22, and you broke at 31. That jammed us in for the whole hour. You'd sit there like, this is what you think about in your fucking office? Why don't you think about, like, creative things? Why don't you think about personalities to hire? Why don't you listen? It's never been easier in the history of civilization ever than it is today, other than this show, which we can't fucking get. Steve can't get a fucking plug or whatever it is. In the history of civilization, to listen to every show everywhere. Like, like they had, and I mocked it because I thought Rear Admiral was kind of a dope. I was wrong. But they had Ryan Whitney and Rear Admiral. They could have done a weekly hockey show. Now, it would have gotten bigger and they probably would have bailed, but you could have kept relationships. Like, the thing with Carabas, Joey lit that relationship with Barstool on fire. You could have Big Cat on once a week. You could have him fill in if I was gone. Like, you could have been part of the casting couch of Kirk and Callahan. Maybe once every 2 months he'd come in. And you have that relationship and the social media. And then maybe once in a while, somebody who is under the age, who has, no gray fucking pubic hair could fucking occasionally listen to WEI. The average listener right now at that station has to be mid-50s?
Yeah.
Late 50s?
I would say later than that.
If they were, what was the thing where technically, like, if you factored in what Greg Hill was claiming he got for ratings?
Yeah, if you added in 60 plus, then they were number one. There
would be 9 million listeners over the age of 100.
And maybe they should just do that. It's maybe a lot of money, or maybe they just go the other way and say, hey, we're just literally for elderly people. Just go elderly radio.
Well, the last time
they're not, because they try to brand Greg Hill as kind of this wacky, like,
He's like 60. I mean, think of the hosts of the shows right now. 60 years old, 65 years old, 70 years old, and Joe Castiglione, 80 years old, calling Red Sox games.
Mutt's the young, and even Mutt, who I like, is like an old soul at night. He's like a 50-year-old man essentially. Mutt's
young. Mutt's not even one. Mutt's 0.36. Oh no, sorry, it's a different. I was looking at a different number.
He's a very young man.
That's not true. But yeah, but like, it's great to watch, and like, I can't stress enough. I tweeted it, and Mike knows this. Like, Joey's the kind of guy who would look you in the eye and just fucking lie to you. And that is eventually in radio, like, it's going to catch up to you.
He did it to me for no reason. Like, the reason I hate Zarbon, like, Curtis and Ken were dicks to me, sort of, but they never went out of their way to fuck with me. They were just, like, somewhat rude, so I have no issue with them. Zarbano went out of his way to call me into his office to lie to me about some job as a producer.
Right.
For no reason. I thought I had a pretty good text to him, by the way.
Well, was it?
I said, and this is a callback to my meeting with him, I said, I always saw you as more of a producer, and I attached the link to the final scene of Private Parts, Pig Vomit speech about Howard Stern. I feel like he didn't text me back, but I think he enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, I sent him an application to Chili's.
It's very nice of you.
We'll see. But I mean, he's resigning, so I'm sure he has a bigger, I don't know, whatever. Good luck to him.
I'm sure his phone hasn't stopped ringing since the news went out on the wire.
All kinds of calls.
Jeez. What else going on? What's going on in the world of Blind Mike?
Well, big podcast out this week that you sort of mocked, but it seemed like I think deep down you enjoyed it. Me and my guy Brendan Ayer talked about mental health and that sort of shit.
Great. A lot of laughs. I like that.
It was a lot of laughs.
Okay.
It was a funny suicide attempt story. It was actually fun.
What other little, as John Dennis would say, accoutrements do we get in addition on the Blind Mike Patreon channel this week?
This coming week or this?
And since we've last talked to you, what projects have you been doing?
Can you go listen to now? We've got some reviews up, some Moron Money's up that people seem to be enjoying.
Okay, what reviews we got?
We did a live stream Saturday where the calls seem. I put the number out on Twitter, so the calls were less complimentary than I care for. But
where else are you going to put the number up?
Exactly.
What are you reviewing? Any comedy specials or what?
No, there's not a lot going on. I think my last review was Cobra Kai. I finally caught that.
What'd you think?
I thought season 3 was better than season 2, but I think if your complaint about it was that season 2 got too ridiculous, they doubled down. They did not give a fuck about that issue.
I like Cobra Kai a lot.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. It's stupid. I like it. I embrace the stupidity of it. I just am at the point now where I fast forward when it's kids only scenes. I just don't.
Oh, really?
Much easier that way.
I don't mind the kids as much as like they can get. What I said was they can get away with anything now. Like there's lines that Robbie has where he's like, "Why don't you tell someone who cares?" and that sort of shit.
Right.
Where it's like, are they giving a nod to 80s movies, or are they just getting lazy and not giving? Because they can kind of get away with saying like, "Oh no, it's purposely cheesy," you know?
Right. And there was another stupid fight scene. That one at the house was just beyond stupid,
insane.
And I also don't have a lot of interest in Machio anymore. Like I just like Billy Zabka. Like he's great. Like
the best parts are when Billy and Johnny and Daniel are together.
True.
Like those are the best scenes easily. But I do kind of enjoy the kids.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, other than the fact that like Miguel is a 25-year-old, tall, handsome, well-spoken guy, and they're like, "Can you believe this nerd?
This geek?"
Yeah.
The kid who plays Robbie is not a great actor either.
I noticed this season maybe more than the other season, but he has virtually no lines. He just gives like poignant stares.
Right. He has that brooding look.
Yeah.
You seen anything else lately or no?
I saw the description. I didn't realize Night Stalker was about Richard Ramirez.
Yes,
until I started getting complaints online, so I kind of want to watch that now.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that too. I haven't seen it yet.
They said it was Netflix went too far in the violence. I was like, yeah, I'm sure the victims feel that way too.
Oh, is that what they said? Really?
Yeah, people were complaining about it, I guess. But that seemed like one that Netflix wanted out there just to get people talking about the movie.
Yeah, probably right.
But they said there was like too much blood. I'm like, yeah, well that's what happens.
Jeez. What was I going to? I had something I was going to ask you, Steve, show related. So Mike, did you see the guy Dale Williams won the contest who did not give a shit about winning the contest?
I thought it was rigged when a man named Dale won.
Well, yeah,
but it turns out it was not.
So I've got a theory about that. So he's U.S. military or National Guard or something like that, and the number that we called him on was actually his government cell because he immediately texted me afterwards and was like, "This is my personal cell." So I don't know whether he was worried about using his government phone for something like that. So he wanted to get off the phone quick, and I'm not sure. I'm sure if we get him on when we meet him in person or go to his house or something, he'll be the exact same character.
I'm not really complaining. I'm just
you want that more than an excitable.
Totally.
Totally.
What was the food you ordered the other night, Steve? You said I was going to be disgusted by. I know you told me, but I already forgot.
Oh, I ordered from Palmetto's Smokehouse and Oyster Bar, and it was like brisket and shrimp and grits.
Is that what you ordered again last night?
No, last night it was quesadillas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
why is that disgusting? Shrimp and brisket, or
it's just that it was more of a volume of the food. I tried to when you order vegetables in the South, they're so slathered up in butter that they just don't count as vegetables.
I thought that was an underrated line from Steve on Friday when he told Carabas, "I've eaten more Kowloon than you in sheer volume."
He was very, very proud of himself.
But I'll tell you, never again.
What's that? The Kowloon?
Yeah, never again.
It was that bad?
No, it's just if you eat something every week for 5 years, you're disinclined.
We learned that with the Subway meatball subs.
Exactly. Yeah, you eat something so much you can eat yourself off of it.
That's true, I guess. Yeah, my culinary, I've not been too risky since I've been here. What did I have last night? I had some pasta last night. It was okay.
Serving of justice is what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, man, yeah. Well, yeah, no, we're doing all right. We're hustling around. It's fucking wild. It is wild, fucking wild down here. The last couple of days, we had, particularly yesterday, for an hour stretch from whatever, like 12 to 1 was just complete. I'll just describe it this way: we're going back and forth from this girl's house, who had some information that we needed, and we then drove on the same street in town up to a woman's trailer where she was talking to her son, who's in prison right now, on the phone. And we talked to him and recorded it while he was in prison about something. Then hustled back to pick up our buddy, who's kind of been our source or friend on this whole thing, and get in his back seat, and then hustle back to his house. as he reminded us, he said he was not armed. He was not armed at all, except for the massive knife he had, just in case we we're concerned about it. So, for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I was like, one of these situations, you're like, what the fuck are we doing here?
So when you say, like, when you tweeted out the other day that your life was at risk, would you put it at like 2%, 50%? What are the odds here that you don't come back?
Closer to 2. Closer.
Okay. All right.
But, I don't know, 7 or 8%. Yesterday, for a little bit, I was just, because we don't know this. Steve thinks believes he's bonded with this guy.
He's my CI.
You guys got a good cop, bad cop routine.
I'm just working my sources. He's my agent.
And by the way, I'm a total fraud and phony because I, after all the debate, slipped $20 into this prisoner's account.
Correct.
We went in there yesterday. I slipped him a crisp $20 bill.
Oh, good.
Of course, Steve also bribed the CI with a $20 bill. So
that wasn't a bribe. That was a down. He'd already given us what we wanted. That was a down payment on future information.
And as he said, I'm only going to take this money because I need it. That's good.
Sure.
It's just it really is like, not to get super deep about it at all, but it's an amazing study. We talk about this all the time. We're basically looking at 2 girls who have gone missing, and sort of the broader scope of the whole thing. But where this one girl went missing out in the mountains here in South Carolina is probably 30 minutes, whatever, from Clemson, 25, 30 minutes. And if it was some sophomore girl who's a tennis player at Clemson, they would have been looking 24/7, forever.
They'd have the FBI down here. They'd be, the dogs would be walking through the hills.
Well, we're junkie. I find that part of it interesting. It's definitely changed my thought process on a lot of this stuff, Yeah. It's just because when you live, let's be honest, like a bubbled sort of sheltered life, you don't think about important things. That's why I think about important things right now, like saving friendlies.
So I was going to say, so you guys are putting the system on trial, is what it sounds
like Chip Douglas himself. I'm putting the system on trial.
Very good. I'm excited about the. I know I'm not. I understand I'm not part of it. This is Jared's deal, but I'm excited about the friendlies.
This is my way of officially inviting you as a former Friendlies employee.
That's right.
To join the Friendlies cause.
I would love to. And I was sad to find out, unless you did more.
The Wilbraham one, right?
It's shut down.
Is it shut down, Steve?
Yeah, we weren't able to find it. So there's if
that's
you look
their
on,
headquarters.
If you look on Google Maps, there's just an address for it, and it doesn't label it as a friendly, so it might still be open, but it was just hard to find that night.
Grandpa Dan rolling over in his grave right now.
Who is?
My grandfather, big Wilbraham Friendlies guy. Get his breakfast there every morning.
Well, soon enough, you won't be alone in that grave. Why?
You think we'll be in the same grave?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Saving money that way.
Yeah. 3 breasts and for a lifetime. No,
he was a thin man.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I saw a lot of Friendlies interaction with the Minifans over the weekend, and that's great. I don't. I think at some point we'll do a live show at a Friendlies. Mike, obviously you're invited.
Oh, thank you so much. I am surprised though, because Carabas mentioned Papagenos. I thought that would have been higher on your list. I thought you'd say Friendlies back seat.
It is, but there's a little bit more this Friendlies nostalgia for me as a kid.
Right.
Mom and Dad would take me to Friendlies after the Little League game or something.
Right.
Or Dad would take me to Friendlies as a bribe to keep my mouth shut about what we did in the shower together. Things like that.
Sure. Nice memories like that.
Yeah, beautiful memories like that you can pass on from generation to generation.
I don't get. You've said it several times, I think, but I don't. For the downfall of Friendlies does not make any sense to me.
Yeah,
they're better in quality than Applebee's or any of that shit, and they have great ice cream.
Yeah, what I don't get is with little kids, you want to do anything with little kids to kill an hour or two. You can't beat Friendlies. I don't know. They just did a piss poor job, I think, marketing. That's why I have pitched that I'm going to take over. And Mike, I think you would like the Fribble Me This commercials where you just
I enjoyed them very much. Yes.
Yeah, just kind of bullshitting, Fribble Me This, and then you got kind of getting the friendly stuff.
Yes, you guys are really starting a frenzy over there.
Yeah, thank you. There you go.
Yes. There you go. It's the only other item I knew of. I could remember it.
There you go. What else is going on? Anything else going on, boys?
Well, I wanted to ask you about Phil Spector dying, because I saw media coverage all over the place. Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying that there was media coverage all over the place, and it seems like he was being treated as a hero, even though he murdered someone.
Well, I did see a lot of people were giving a lot of places shit for. There were headlines that were like Phil Spector, complicated genius and murderer, dies at 81. They're like Phil Spector whose career was marred by murdering Clarkson, died at 81. It's kind of like, well, killing somebody, I think, should kick off the headline.
I think we always look too much at the murdering.
That's true.
Let's put a few of his tunes on,
Should all be judged by our worst moment, right, Mike?
Exactly. Always try saying that.
Blind Mike, Madawaska, whatever, dies at age.
Exactly. Yeah. I can understand Phil's
right.
struggle that he dealt with.
Blind Mike made Big Cat seem boring. Dies at age.
That was my worst moment, you think?
Dies at age, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, it's like Spector's role in music history is enormous and influential and continues to today. Like, I get that. The Wall of Sound and all that influenced Bruce and influenced. He worked with the Beatles, and it does roll on all the way down today. And there's a place for that. When somebody dies, like if somebody wrote like a full musical appreciation of Phil Spector, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't. Should I be more worked up that like they're not? I don't know.
I just saw the coverage of it and thought but having not been familiar with his contributions to music, I didn't know what the deal was. I saw a bunch of outrage on Twitter. I thought you might be able to explain it a little more.
Yeah, I mean, he is probably one of the 5 biggest, 10 biggest figures maybe in the history of pop music. And the Wall of Sound with the Ronettes and the Righteous Brothers and all the stuff that he did, like it's stuff I would listen to with my dad when I was a kid, and influenced the Beach Boys. And like I said, he worked with Lennon, he worked with all these guys, and it's hard if you don't know. But yeah, I mean, he was a super fucking and the stories of him, he's a fucking lunatic. So yeah, I mean, I read a biography of him years ago, but yeah, I'm not sure. Like, so I'm trying to think of somebody similar, but of course it should be mentioned. But like, I don't know. I guess it would be like if O.J. Simpson dies today and somebody just wrote about his football career. It would be fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, in the 1970s, he ran for 1,200 yards. He ran for 2,000 yards, and then he did some TV. Yeah, I guess that's
hell of an actor.
Later in his career, he became a fantasy football expert.
Right. So yeah, I don't know what I think these people don't know how to handle stuff like that. It wouldn't be bad to talk to Stephen Hyden about that too at some point. Maybe we'll get him on next week.
Yeah, we're trying to get him on for Wednesday.
Okay. That sounds good. What else is going on? I'm gonna go do the next read. You guys figure out what else you guys want to talk about. Oh, Simply Safe is here, huh?
Yes.
Okay. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. What do you get for that? You know what you get for that. A free home security camera. You have 6-day risk-free trials. There's nothing to lose. Go to SimplySafe.com/Kirk for your free security camera today. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. 24/7 protection. You get arsenal of cameras and sensors, but also you get the best professional monitoring in the business. They've got your back day and night, ready to send police, fire, or EMTs when you need the most. We've seen places that could sure use it. 24/7, 365. You can set up yourself in 30 minutes. It's super easy. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. SimplySafe.com/Kirk. 60-day risk-free trial. Nothing to lose. For your free security camera today, go to SimplySafe.com/KIRK. I'm just not a great hotel sleeper either. It's just annoying.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. What temperature do you have in your room right now, Steve?
I set it down as low as possible and put the fan on
66,
high.
Huh?
It's not cooling evenly.
No, mine's okay. I have it at the lowest it can be. But yeah, I know. Like I'm trying to stay up. I'm tired. I have all these things running around my head from this thing. So like I go to sleep. Last night I think I fell asleep about 10, and I woke up and it was like 1:14, and I was like, oh fuck. So I was up from 1 to like 3:30 and I went back to sleep again for a couple hours. 2 nights in a row, the same thing. I don't know what that is. I don't get it. Thanks, man.
I am always free if I'm in a hotel room by myself. Like when we went to New York and Foxwoods, when I was in a room by myself, I can't find the thermostat or figure out how to use it. I'm just freezing every night.
That's not good. I don't mind. Like when I'm in a hotel, for me, it is like green light. Like I'm cranking up that fucking AC. I'm loving that. I put the blankets on. Happy as can be, totally nude, by the way. Like some of the air is blowing into my asshole, which I don't mind. But it's that part of it's fine. But like I woke up and I was like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. And then that worst thing is when as well, I'm reading for like an hour. But when you're tossing and turning and you're just like, fuck this. Not being able to sleep is the friggin' worst.
What's the hotel? Are there a lot of people there?
No, it's a dead zone. Dead zone, yeah.
Yeah, no, the sound, no. It's a great hotel, right, Steve?
I mean, yeah, it's a fine Marriott.
Steve is bitching about.
I'm just saying, I've never had Wi-Fi issues at an Airbnb.
Steve's bitched about the AC, which is totally fine. He's bitched about the Steve is at the point now. He's such a bitch on these things. It's during a pandemic, and he's bitching about the lack of quality of the continental breakfast here. Like he thinks they're going to lay out a huge buffet spread.
What were you hoping? It's a subpar continental breakfast.
What did you expect?
I don't know, something a little bit more.
Why? They can't do that. Legally, they probably can't do that.
I don't know. The coronavirus doesn't seem to be a big deal in other places all around here.
Yeah, but
the sports bars are packed.
Yeah, individual ones, but Marriott I think probably has a national take on the whole thing, wouldn't you say, or no?
Yeah, probably.
But what would you like? You would like what? Like heapings of pancakes and sausage and hash browns?
I don't know, maybe a little. Yeah, that would be good. Maybe some bacon, some sausage.
So you just want to grab it in there and have the guy next to you roll in, grab
just it. Have some hand sanitizer. Put some hand sanitizer on. Grab your bacon, little scrambled eggs, and go.
I mean, you want. I'm not a big breakfast guy anyway, but anyway, so
sounds like the Marriott is in for a scathing Yelp review.
Not for me. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, the internet did not work last night. That was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie to you, but my bed is plenty comfortable too. You cannot bitch about unless you have a different shower. My shower water is excellent.
Oh yeah, the shower's great. 10 out of 10 on the shower.
I spent a good 15 minutes in that shower this morning. Like I was letting that rain down on me. It was fantastic.
Well, that's one of the benefits of the shower. You have to take a 15-minute plus shower if you're in a hotel room. It's like a rule.
Definitely, no question. What else was I going to bring up? There was actually a story that jumped out at me. Brady won last night?
Oh yeah.
Did he? Okay.
You guys watching Pigskin together down there?
I didn't see any of it.
Oh.
Did you, Steve?
I did not see any of it. No.
I swear to God, I watched some of the golf and then I read for a little bit. I don't know. Was it? So he plays Green Bay?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Green Bay.
Okay. Brady and Rodgers. That's pretty good.
We have a Brady versus Bills Super Bowl on our hands.
That's true.
And would that be miserable for Bills fans? Am I right?
Are you picking Buffalo to beat Kansas City?
I am.
Really?
I've got Buffalo and Tampa Bay. That's my cold hard lock of the week.
Is Pat Mahomes playing in the game, or they don't know yet?
We don't know yet. As long as he passes his whatever they have to do for concussions now.
I'm also like I pay no attention to the NFL anymore. So when I saw on Twitter, I love that when like the backup quarterback, and I was like, that guy is still Chad Henne is like in the NFL.
It's always someone that's been around forever.
Awesome gig, like backup quarterback. That's probably like if I looked up a salary right now, he probably made like $1 million, right?
At least
$800,000 or whatever. Yeah, and just sits there and then that's an awesome gig.
Yeah, Josh McCown is still.
I will say Brady, like a Brady Mahomes Super Bowl. I would probably watch that. I've not seen Brady play yet this year. I don't think. But I'll probably watch Brady. I'll probably watch some of Brady and Rodgers on Sunday. I will probably watch some of that.
You'd care more about those than if the Bills got back, like Bills versus Brady.
Why am I supposed to care about them? I'm confused.
I mean, I don't know because they're the lovable losers. Everyone loves Bills Mafia, you know.
So if the Browns almost won that game, right? Kind of. They hung around.
It should. I was hoping for Browns Bills. Yeah, I mean they almost came back. They were getting smoked for a bit.
Who has the Super Bowl this year? Do you know?
I don't know, and I've been wondering. It's going to be very weird. I think it might be in Tampa Bay. It might be in Florida.
No, it is. No, it is. I know it's in Tampa because they were saying Brady wins, he plays at home. But I'm saying, which network has it? Do you know?
I don't know.
Shit. I can't remember. I don't think I watched it. I actually didn't watch it last year.
I think it was CBS last. I don't remember.
I saw that the worm has turned on social media. I haven't watched it, but it seems like everyone now hates Romo.
I mean, it's either he's trending every week, so people either love him or it's like now it's just overrated. Like he's a good announcer. He doesn't ruin the broadcast, I don't think. Maybe some people don't like him, but it's like Joe Buck, where it's like he's just a fucking guy. Like he doesn't really affect the broadcast either way.
Do you find out who has it, Steve, or no?
CBS.
So Romo does that. Nance and Romo have the game this year. Okay. It'll be interesting to see. Like, so there were people at both games yesterday, or no? Like fans, or no?
I believe Kansas City for sure. I'm not sure about the other one.
It sound like there were fans there in Kansas City, like legitimate, or did not make a lot of sense?
Well, it always sounds like there's fans there.
Well, that's true.
I imagine, especially for the Super Bowl, they're going to pipe in the fake crowd noise.
That's what's going to be real weird. It's like the halftime show and all the shit they do at the Super Bowl. Like, what's that going to be?
Will the halftime show be live or be on Zoom? Or
I have no
They'll do it
idea.
live,
My
right?
guess is they'll be somewhere. They might be there, but on a stage outside or something. They're not going to do it at midfield, I wouldn't think.
Oh, they definitely all the performers are going to have masks on, and they'll go like above and beyond to virtue signal how COVID compliant they're being, right?
I would think in Florida, if Tampa wins and then Tampa's in the Super Bowl, I would think they would try and jam like 10,000 fans in there. No, no,
that would almost look weirder if there's just
true.
clumps of empty seats.
Oh, the Super Bowl is always like a weird noise experience anyway, because a lot of times it's just fans of neither team.
Yeah.
It's just people going to the Super Bowl, people in that city, and it's like never.
Even if Tampa's in it, it would still be fans of neither team. Because the regular person can't afford Super Bowl tickets.
No, right. You're right. Yeah. So if you're right. Even if it's 5,000 people, it'll definitely be 5,000 random people.
Now is like Barstool going to the Super? Like, are people doing Radio Row and shit?
I doubt. I don't think they'll be. I can't imagine a Radio Row there, right? No,
I think
Barstool may send. What's that?
I think we'd have heard about that by now. They'd have invited you down.
No, I don't know, but I don't know that. But I would think they would. Like maybe Dave and Dan will be down there or something, or like a smaller skeleton group, maybe.
Yeah,
possibly. I guess. But
that's weird to me too. That there's just not going to be anyone down there really.
Yeah, it's gonna be a strange. Yeah, because we snuck in. It's crazy thing that was only a year ago. We snuck in right before.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was because right about now did we know we were going at this point already?
Yes.
I guess we would have had to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We were there on like the 20th or something like that.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it's
whenever Kobe Bryant died is the day I got there. So.
Yeah, I think he died on. Oh, maybe the 27th he died.
Yeah, I think it was the week after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. The whole thing is. I would just say, just about the inauguration, not so much about Sarah Fuller, but I'd be curious how they're going to pull it off, what it's going to look like. I don't know. What are they saying?
I'm surprised by the amount of troops that they've deployed. It seems like both that there's a risk based on what happened at the Capitol, but also there might be a little bit of like photo op and kind of performance display, I guess, like performative troops there, because the National Guard, they're not doing anything. They're all just sitting down, taking naps. Seems like it's more of a made for TV moment than anything to kind of underscore the seriousness of what happened on January 6th. I think they will let people in, but they're all going to be carefully screened. You're going to have to go through magnetometers or get patted down or whatever. And then I imagine you'll be very socially distanced out on wherever the viewing area is. But I think it's going to be very, very limited. Also because a lot of people are seeing what's happening on TV and just deciding that they don't want to go. Right. I mean, if you're going to have to go into a green zone, transportation is going to be very hard. The entire place is locked down. And Joe Biden, I mean, maybe if it was Barack Obama's inauguration, you'd go through that. But if it's just Joe Biden, I think people stay home and watch on TV. So I think it's going to be very, very limited. I don't even think.
The real question is Trump going to pardon like 100 people tomorrow?
He is. Yeah. Yeah, he is.
He's going to pardon like some of these people who stormed the Capitol?
No. He's not going to pardon any of the quote unquote insurrectionists, but he's going to pardon people like who are guilty of white collar crimes. He's going to pardon
himself.
No. So I guess the thinking now is that he won't pardon himself, because if he pardons himself, it'll make it look like he has a guilty conscience about the January 6th events. Like it's almost like an admission of guilt if he pardons himself. And the legal theory on self pardons isn't clear at all. What they're thinking is he's going to pardon people who could be in a place to pay him a favor in his post-presidential career. So he's going to, he's going to try to accumulate a little like social and political capital by using these pardons. I think the other big ones are Julian Assange and Edward Snowden, because if they don't get a pardon now, they're probably never going to.
That's probably true. Did we talk to Mike Monday? Did we talk about Parler? Essentially,
yes.
Okay, we're driving around.
You're back.
What's that?
You're back. Feel free to make an account now.
Are they?
Yeah, they seem to have found.
Online.
Yeah, they seem to have found a server solution. It's not like completely as good as Amazon Web Services, but they don't seem to be entirely dead yet.
Yeah, I forget the cancel started this weekend. It was pretty wild, but like we were talking about this yesterday. Steve and I driving around, like they've managed to just completely wipe it out from the face of the planet. It is sort of terrifying. Like
it's crazy. Well, I think you guys were talking about it the other day that Schilling got his insurance canceled or something because of his tweets. Yeah. Where it's like, I don't know, that might be bullshit from Schilling, but it's not too far fetched to think that'll start happening.
Yeah, and it's sort of like who's to say that they don't just say, you know, hey, friggin' Patreon has this stuff on here. Let's get rid of that. Or
they've done it. Patreon's done that.
Right. Or StreamYard. Oh, I got another question for you in a second. But yeah, but like, or they say, hey, boy, StreamYard is a place that hosts conversations like this. We don't want this anymore. And they could they could go away. And it's I was where I was wrong. I think I was wrong was in whatever, like the middle of the summer. I was like, boy, if Trump loses, I think it'll start to lessen. But now I think I have done this. I've compared to when Murchison got me fired. People are like, oh, that'll satisfy him. Nope, they just smell blood now. And now they smell blood, they're going to go for the fucking kill. And to their defense, like if this is what they want to do, if they're being enabled like that, why not go for the fucking kill?
Right, they can do whatever they want now, and it's not. I mean, it should terrify them too because they're going to say something.
Yep.
Where, you know, there's going to be a program now where even if you're attacking Trump or whoever, if you say a certain word, you're automatically going to get shut down. Even if it might be sarcastic or whatever, but the computers aren't going to be able to figure that part out. So they're going to start getting shut down, and they're not going to realize that they're contributing to it.
Yeah. We were talking about this yesterday too. I figured it'd be good to ask. Like, what? It's weird. I'm sure he's still doing great. He's making a shitload of money. But like, what's Joe Rogan doing now? Like, I know he's on. Like, is he?
I talked about that a couple weeks ago. It's like I don't know what his numbers are. According to Spotify, he's their biggest.
Oh, I'm sure.
Podcast still. But it's like, you know, Bill Burr was on there last month. I didn't hear about it. I didn't know about it for like 2 weeks.
Right. Does he have?
Whereas I would have known about it the day of before. A lot of people just his hardcore audience obviously followed him, but you know, regular like you, I'm sure just forgot about it. You know?
Yeah. It's not like when Stern went to Sirius or whatever. I guess right. Like some people just don't go for the ride. But I mean, like
it's kind of like that. But it's a little different because people don't have to pay for it. So you could have just downloaded. If you know Rogan's going to Spotify, you could have just downloaded it. You know.
Like from a guest perspective, is he having on people still that are like? Does it feel like he's being controlled or influenced by the fact that he's there, or no?
It feels a little like Alex Jones was kind of like a way of saying, like, see, I can have Alex Jones on,
right?
So leave me the fuck alone. But he hasn't had like none of his friends that would be quote controversial. Like Joey Diaz hasn't been on, Ari Shaffir hasn't been on. Obviously, like Brian Callen and Chris D'Elia have not been on, which was weird because, like, so Callen got accused of rape, basically.
Right.
But he's, like, defending himself. And Rogan said, I was listening a couple weeks ago, and Rogan said, he's like, you know, like, I see Brian Callen at the Comedy Store now, or wherever they see each other now, and, like, I give him a hug. Like, you know, he's still my friend. And I was like, well, why don't you have him on to fucking talk about it, you know?
Yeah.
So shit like that is probably people's biggest complaint with Rogan right now.
Is he doing anything, like, about this stuff, like the parlor stuff, or...
I haven't listened like this week, but I'm sure that stuff he's not afraid to talk about. Still, he'll still talk about that type of shit.
Well, the question is,
like he had on a woman that was like against transgender. Like he still does the transgender shit that he was doing before.
Yeah. Abigail Schreier, right?
That sort of thing.
Abigail Schreier, who wrote that book.
Yes,
that was like being kicked out of all the bookstores. I think the question for him now is, since Spotify has come out and done this, you know, corporate virtue signaling, and they're saying Trump, they're banning Trump, whatever that means, from Spotify. If Joe Rogan wanted to have Trump on his podcast, and you know, 3 or 4 months from now, would Spotify allow it? I don't think they would.
I don't think Rogan would want to do it. He seems to kind of back away from shit that gets him that much attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, but for the last 5 years,
it'd be crazy if Spotify didn't allow it.
For the last 5 years, Trump has been the most exciting interview going anywhere, and that I think that will be true for a couple of months. Like he'll be name a person who could get more buzz for Rogan's podcast and, you know, add more subscribers for Spotify than President Trump, with someone who's actually going to give him a nice, like, relaxed, not stilted interview. I mean, from a business perspective, I think it's a no-brainer. It's not like Spotify is going to lose any revenue whatsoever. All they're going to lose is the ability to say that, you know, they took a stand against, you know, QAnon and Trump.
Yeah, but they're going to want no part of it. Nope. But we've talked about this. Places are just not interested. They are willing to sacrifice business to wave the flag. They just are now. Like,
yeah, you know. and if that's the case, then Rogan is already being censored because he's to the point where he's being self-censored. Like if he doesn't at least make the effort to try and have Trump off. Like if Trump says, yeah, I'd go on Rogan in a heartbeat, and he doesn't end up on Rogan within the next year, then you know that Joe has made the decision that he doesn't want to do the corporate clusterfuck to try and get the most exciting interview he could get.
But once you go with a place like Spotify, that is part of the deal. Like that is you are working for somebody. Like you can say have as much freedom as you want. Like we have a lot of freedom. I never say we have 100% freedom. Like there's certain things that we can't do. I mean, there are. So that's part of the deal. Like you can go. That's why I admire a guy like Mike Geary.
You're damn right.
He could. You think he could have done old TV shows when he was at Barstool? Fuck no.
I don't think so.
No
shot. They would have shut me down.
You think you could have taken phone calls?
They would have said no. What they would have said is I have to put up the same thing that All in the Family put up when I talk about them. Like
Correct.
This could be
disclaimer. That's right.
This could be sensitive material.
It's very controversial and sensitive.
Yeah.
No children allowed. But yeah,
I'm hoping Patreon takes me down for something because then I could just stop doing this.
It'd be a good excuse not to work.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the 3 weeks or whatever you've been doing? Are you enjoying the Patreon experience?
Very much. Yeah. No, I am having fun, and I'm having fun doing this show as well.
So we're having fun too. We like having you here. What's the feedback? Audience feedback been like for the blindmike.com or rather patreon.com/blindmike?
People. I mean, I've gotten no. Well, let me rephrase that.
Mm-hmm.
One complaint so far. Guy canceled, not because of me, because my producer Craig is apparently too controversial.
He is a fucking wild.
I got the activists coming after me already.
What happened? What did Craig do?
So I guess we played the audio. I thought we talked about someone who has cochlear. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Implants.
Cochlear? Is it
cochlear? Yeah, for deaf people.
For your ears, yeah.
Yeah. And I thought Craig made a joke about them or something. We played the audio. He just said this guy has cochlear implants, and they seem like a real fucking pain in the ass. Like it seems brutal to get.
Sure.
And so a guy reached out to me and said, "Hey, Mike, love the content, but I don't think I'm going to be able to subscribe anymore. My kid has cochlear implants, and I just couldn't listen to you guys rail against it." And I was like, "All right, well, I appreciate you reaching out."
You didn't say to them, well, your kid literally doesn't have to listen to it?
What I say, yeah. The deaf are always very offended.
I'd say this kid's the real fucking winner. I'm not going to lie to you in that car. Jesus.
Well, I did say, as a disabled man myself, I understand that sometimes it's tough.
And I could be wrong. It may be I don't think it's cochlear. That just doesn't seem like that would be the name of it.
You never know.
That's true. Is it cochlear, Steve?
Yes, I think it's cochlear. I know Rush Limbaugh is one of the more famous people who has one, and it is kind of. I think they have to you see it's like there's like a huge computer device on the side of your ear, so it is more than just a simple hearing aid.
You guys just lost a listener.
Well, I listen. Well, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. The kid's got a lot of guts. I'm just saying it does seem like it will be a difficult process. It doesn't seem like you're saying too much there. No, but you can't win. You can't win, Mike. You can't please everybody.
So does Patreon?
I bring this controversial stuff. You guys are trying to stay away from it. Kick me out at any point, but that's what I bring.
So does Patreon give somebody the option when they unsubscribe from your show to send you a note saying why they're unsubscribing?
Yes, they do. I can confirm that.
How would you know?
Yes, I mean, no, I have no idea. Who would know? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm assuming as long as they still have an account, I would assume so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know whether he tweeted you or something.
No. He messaged me. Yeah, maybe he never canceled. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. No, hopefully not. Well, magicspoon.com, which I love, by the way. I should have brought some with me. Idiot that I am. I'd not bring a Magic Spoon with me. I miss it. 0 sugar, 11 grams of protein, only 3 net grams of carbs in each serving. You can finally build your very own custom variety box. A lot of people, I was asking this. So you can choose from the best-selling cocoa, fruity, frosted, which I love, blueberry flavors, plus brand new flavors, including peanut butter and cinnamon. I like the peanut butter as well. Tastes amazing. Honestly, too good to be true. I like mixing up that peanut butter and that frosted myself. You go to magicspoon.com/Kirk. You grab a variety pack and order it today. Be sure to use our promo code Kirk at checkout to save $5 off your order. Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. And it's magicspoon.com/Kirk. Use code Kirk to save $5 off. Magicspoon.com/Kirk. Code Kirk, $5 off. The best cereal out there, the healthiest cereal out there. Start your day the right way with Magic Spoon. Magicspoon.com/Kirk. Code Kirk to save $5 off. By the way, Steve Robinson, did you watch any of the YouTube programming over the weekend, Steve?
I did not. I was busy doing this.
Do you watch any of the YouTube programming or no?
I try not to.
He liked it better, I'm not going to say when, but
when Mike and the Minifans was on.
Yeah.
The new version of the KMS Rundown show I guess one of the guys left. Your guy left.
They lost the talent, Visionless Dave.
And they brought in somebody with enough personality to light up a city. That idiot from South Dakota or North Dakota, Sheldon, who's awful.
I like Sheldon. He seems like a nice man.
I'm sure he's great. He's a drip. He's so boring, Steve. We have to pick somebody else to be in the studio.
Well, you got to kind of stop mentioning it because he hasn't been pushing the issue.
Maybe I'll forget.
What's that?
He hasn't.
No, he was pushing it.
Oh, he has.
I jumped around on this thing, but the recurring theme, Mike, is once again, and the start of the show, I think will confirm it for some people, that Steve Robinson is completely bailed out in the Kirk Minahan show. As a occasional listener, Mike, do you get that feeling when you listen to the show?
I heard that complaint from my guy Ziggy Robinson, and I know he has an axe to grind, but I don't get that feeling as a listener. But Steve himself admitted it. No,
that's a good point.
What can you? I mean, what's the debate here?
Well, I will say that the issue with Ziggy, I've gotten to the bottom of this, is that he initially, when we were doing the first round of parody songs, he sent a bunch of parody songs, and they were so terrible I never played them on the show. So I think that the worm turned from playful, we're all in this joke together, like here's my contribution to it, and he decided that since he wasn't talented enough to play something that was actually entertaining, that he was going to try and fill a different niche and be anti-Steve.
I don't agree. I think he's very unbiased. He's both been critical and complimentary of me. I feel like he's an unbiased guy.
Do you want to clear the air on it, Steve, once and for all? What is your current relationship with the Kirk Minahan show? Not the K season 1, the Kirk Minahan show.
I'm totally involved. I'm here. I mean, if the issue what?
I'm here. What more do you want from me?
If the issue is, do I care about the Minifans? I care about the Minifans, the vast majority of Minifans who just listen to the show, enjoy the show, like it, and support the sponsors. Do I care about Ziggy Robinson and Red? No, not at all. Not whatsoever. Like, do I care about the people who, constantly complain about everything? They'll complain about this show. They'll complain about the new podcast. Do I care about them? No, not whatsoever. I've got, most of them muted on Twitter. So no, I do not care about those people. But I do care about putting out a very fine podcast like we always do, making sure that we have lots of clients, making sure our clients are happy, making sure that this is a thriving, going concern.
Well, it seems like plenty of advertisers. The numbers are good. I think everyone seems happy, correct?
Everyone seems happy that I've talked with. I don't think that we've had an advertiser leave unsatisfied since more than a year and a half.
By the way, as Steve told that story, Mike, I went, walked, sat down, urinated, and then walked back to my seat.
That was a quick sit down pee.
What? It was just enough that was annoying me, so I had to blast it out. So there you go. But you can't complain, Steve. You urinated in front of me many times.
Made you walk.
No, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, we looking like it thousands of times.
Oh, I was thinking more recently. I haven't peed in the studio in a while. Well, in a bottle.
No, well, okay.
I will say, yesterday we're at that supermarket and you're fussing around. You're getting the lady had to go get the Coke from the Coke machine because apparently you're not
true. Well, true.
Yeah, have you ever noticed he always talks about you like you're a real ninny? You're fussing around.
You were fussing in Ingles a little bit because you were upset. You were upset that the lady wouldn't just give you the cup so you could go get your own drink. She took the cup and walked over to the machine.
No. Again, this is the difference between me and you. You're an asshole. This is the difference between me and you. So we go into Ingles, which is a fine. Which I've been praising up and down.
You have. It's a very nice supermarket.
And friends of ours go there as well, Steve. So we went to I went to Ingles to get my lunch yesterday. They have Boar's Head, which is to me home run. So I get my sandwich. First I pee, then I get my sandwich, and there's like a combo. Mike, like a combo meal. You get the sandwich, chips, and the drink. So I said, sure, sign me up. So the woman, who was very nice, I was chatting with these two ladies. Steve can confirm they were nice old Southern ladies.
I can confirm.
One called me baby doll, which I liked. I didn't realize she then had to go and do it herself because of the COVID. Like, she has to get the drinks. I can't do it. So I just felt bad. Like, I would have just got a bottled drink or something. I felt bad.
Okay. I didn't realize it was a COVID thing. And I don't know how that prevents the spread of COVID for her to put her hands on your cup.
Well, I don't either. But I said, can I do it? She said, no. And there's a sign on it. If you go look at it, Steve, we'll go today and take a picture of it to confirm. There's a sign that says no self-serve and no refills. So she said to me, she's like, do you like regular? How much ice do you like? And I was like, I didn't know how to, Mike, articulate that. That's a weird question to answer properly. How much ice do you like?
How much?
Yeah. I mean, it's a quarter cup, a half cup, 3/4 cup.
No, but I take that very, like, my one complaint about Chick-fil-A is they put too much ice in the cup. Like, I like, it's hard to, it's the kind of thing you do yourself.
Oh, it's a mountain of ice. It's a block of ice with soda sprinkled in at Chick-fil-A.
It's like 4 sips.
Yeah.
Like, but then if you say light on the ice, then
they give you no ice.
Yeah, and then you're fucked. Like, ice is something you want to control yourself.
I'd prefer closer to no ice, though. Some people at McDonald's I've seen do Coke no ice,
That's gross.
which seems crazy to me. But
no. I like a nice, like I'm thinking, like I got the cup right now, right? If this is I'm now putting in the thing, back out, and then one more quick one. So I'd say like quarter cup of ice.
So the reason, Mike, that I brought it up is we get back in the truck after our wonderful stop at Ingles, and the first thing Kirk says is, "This is a good cup in case I need to pee."
True. Why? No. I said if it was like a long drive, like a cross country drive, there was a huge cup. You could put your balls, your dick in there. You don't even have to, and just there's no way you're gonna fill that thing up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That was you saw me. I poured out a bunch of Coke. That was the other thing because it was too much. It was one of those huge ones, and I don't want that much.
Right.
So then when you pour it out, Mike, you're then pouring out a bunch of ice. So
I
it's
understand.
like, the whole fucking thing is compromised.
It's chaos going down there at these fast food
It
restaurants.
annoyed me. It did aggravate me. I felt bad making the whole thing, but the sandwich was fantastic, excellent.
There's a big thing I've noticed with you two, and I've noticed it more since you're now traveling together. That Steve looks at you in some way as like not a man based on your eating habits.
I mean, Steve's a pig. I don't know what you want me to say. Like he's a. There's no doubt about it. And watching him, that if I had a sledgehammer, when I saw him in his pajamas and his socks down there, I would have bashed him in the fucking head with it 20 times.
It was a great moment when I turn around the corner and Kirk is just standing there in the lobby, and I'm like, all right, I can see where this is going.
I didn't know. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he just brought his food up there. He's like, yeah, see you later, man. And he walked up to the.
Well, because I had to figure out the internet situation.
I like the tone you've given him now. See you later, brother.
He's just like, fine. We're doing fine, but yeah, there are times where
Yeah, you get on each other's nerves. I imagine Holmes and Watson dealt with the same sort of thing.
I don't think I do.
What?
I don't get on your nerves.
No, not at all.
I mean,
it's funny how that works.
I like Steve. I'm one of the few people who like Steve. Every Minifan hates Steve. I like Steve, but Steve can definitely. I mean, you've said that to me, Mike, many times. He can get in your fucking nerves.
Sure, I'm always calling you about that.
So we're taking where my cars would be tooling around town today, right, Steve?
I think that's probably a good idea. I think our cover is blown in the F-150.
Well, that's the other thing, Mike. So when we're talking in that whole chaotic thing that I laid out, we had the cop in the big truck pulled over, monitoring the whole thing. We were being tailed for a while.
Yeah, I think the fuzz was a little concerned that we were messing with their investigation.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like code names for each other or code words for the operation? Or
anything? I'm glad you brought that up. This is a good story. This is a good story.
We're driving up the hill to Walhalla yesterday, and Steve turns to me. He's like, "Just so you know, I picked out a safe word for us." And I was like, "Wait a minute, why? You don't get to do that."
I do.
Well, you don't.
I get to pick out the safe word because you weren't even thinking of safe word. You had no idea. You had no conception of needing a safe word.
So he's going, and the other thing is like Steve, like I picture Steve thinking about it too, like crossing out candidates and all this stuff. So what the creative mind of Steve Robinson comes up with what?
Blind.
Oh, very nice. No,
exactly. You were there with us in spirit.
Oh, thank you very much.
The last thing
I got a good giggle out of the idea because I was thinking about that when you guys were talking about going down there. The idea of Steve being like, Kirk, the bee is in the honey.
Christmas is getting closer.
The fly is in the ointment. Move.
Yeah. So, and as I said to him, like the idea of me, like if somebody's coming at me with a machete or a gun, I'm gonna be screaming blind. And, like, running to my
well,
car.
it's kind of too late. See, again, you don't understand the need for the safe word. It's too late at that point. It's like if you get the vibe, if your spidey sense is going off, that's when you say, all right, we're blind.
Oh, we're blind. Oh,
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would rather die. I think I'd rather die with some dignity than just be like blind. We're blind.
We're patreon.com/blind Mike.
Yeah, like we're
very wordy.
And I keep waiting for us to run into somebody who has totally catfished us, and is just a Minifan who's just fucking.
That would be great.
Just pump us full with bullshit information, undercover, like just lost like 100 pounds, moved into a trailer, is gone fully into character, and just spins this story, and we're like, holy fuck, and then at the end just drops some fucking line on us, whatever.
I'm Blind Mike's dad.
Yeah, right. And at the end, like we're walking out, and the guy's like, you know what? Heroes. We need heroes. And then just walks back into the And we're just like, oh fuck,
No.
could happen. But yeah, so anything else, Mike, you want to get to as we wrap up? I think on Monday, which would turn out to be okay. I got in a better mood.
No, I mean nothing for me. I think you'll be very excited. Another TV time capsule coming out this week. So a lot of big stuff.
What we got?
A little Seventh Heaven action.
Oh, I know you're a fan of one cast member of that show.
I am. Well, that comes up.
It sure did. Sure did. That guy is like a quiet, like that was pre Me Too and everything, right?
It was right it was right before.
Yeah.
But it was right when this cancel culture really started to get you and you couldn't expose yourself in front of 6-year-olds anymore.
Well, he's got his story is fucked up. Stephen Collins' story is bizarre.
Yeah. Because it was like stuff he admitted in therapy or something, but his wife
he had a bad divorce and his wife dumped it on. Yeah. So you doing episode of Seventh Heaven?
Well, we're dissecting how they handle the issue of marijuana back in the day.
Ooh.
There's some classic Seventh Heaven episodes.
There are some great ones. Even like Mr. Belvedere, there's an episode where like his kid...
Quantum Week Chris actually mentioned that to me. Yeah. That Mr. Belvedere, and he said Punky Brewster was another one, I think.
Yeah. Yes, the Mr. Belvedere one's good because like Bob Euchre has to be serious in the episode. It's just like Bob Euchre was the dad on Mr. Belvedere.
Did you ever hear the story that Artie tells about being in the booth with him?
Yeah, ground ball to shortstop. He takes it. Well, look at the cans in that broad. Artie's been quiet again, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I saw that he did a podcast.
Yeah,
I heard that. He was on with Nick DiPaolo, but they didn't really talk about anything.
It was weird. You listened to it. Oh, look at this, Steve. Can you see that? Can you see that or no?
The little speck?
What is that? That's like a ladybug or something.
Oh, you got company.
See that?
Yes. Well, kind of.
Sorry, I'm not doing a great job with it. There's a ladybug there. What the fuck? Yeah. All right, not anymore. Okay. Kidding. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. So we got Seventh Heaven this week. Okay, good.
Very exciting stuff. And I believe today I should be tweeting out the link if you want to buy a shirt or hoodie. And I'll give the design on those were done by Gig, who someone was very angry that I didn't give him proper credit. So I felt like I should say that.
Good. Okay. Once again, sucking off my tit for the.
For
the well, it's good. So the merchandise will be available today.
I believe so. Yes. Okay. Tweet out the link.
There you go. All right. Blindmike.com. Patreon.com/blindmike, I should say. We're back on Wednesday in some form or fashion. I don't know what we're going to be doing. And then we have Carabas on Friday, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And I think depending on Stephen Hyden's schedule, you may be talking to Stephen Hyden about the Eagles.
Okay. We'll see. Yeah. The last one is tomorrow, which I'm actually looking forward to. Or Wednesday, which I'm looking forward to. Anything else from either one of you guys as we say goodbye to... Perhaps, Steve, say goodbye. You were saying we're done here for good. I don't think that's good. I don't believe that, but we'll be back here in some form or fashion. A live show here is definitely a possibility.
A live show in Clemson, I think, is probably better than Walhalla.
Fuck that. And we were talking yesterday too. I mean, we're gonna push back. I'm sure the Wilbur in the next couple of days. I mean, I would love to. Believe me, I'm all in for doing it in June. But there's no. Let's just be realistic human beings here. There's no way that the city of Boston is gonna fucking have the Wilbur open for a full capacity 2 shows in 5 hours in June.
No, and I also I don't think that any of the ticket holders are priorities for vaccinations. So like if it's if you say most Minifans are under 55, Ted Mike might be actually. I don't know.
Sure.
How does is obesity a factor?
Wait a second.
But I think that Minifans will be vaccinated probably by like November if they want to be.
Yeah, I was saying yesterday, I don't know what you think, Mike. I was saying if we push it back to, say, like late November, early December, that I think is the first time where you could start saying, I could actually see that maybe happening.
I would think now we have everyone's scared of the variants now.
Well, yeah, right.
So who knows what that'll be next winter.
Yeah, so I think we're going to push that back. We're going to try and do Madawaska. It won't be obviously in February, but I think we're going to try and do it in the summer. Again, I think that drive-in movie theater there is interesting. Maybe we can make that happen. Mike has already said he's going to go to Madawaska, which is good. I think you have to confront your demons.
Sure.
It's important you go and return there.
Yes.
Do we have any music today, Steve? Any song? Oh, we can't play them, right?
Actually, we do have one.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we can play him or not. I don't know what this fucking thing.
Mike's not going to like this one.
Oh, no.
No, I don't.
Fat and bloated. Fat and bloated. Has a podcast, but nobody cares. Hated by Portnoy and the neighbor downstairs. Don't be mean to Mike, you might put him in tears. Mima has cancer, she'll be dead in a year. Nobody ever said they're jealous of his wit. But millions of girls are jealous of his tits. Doesn't drive a car, but he has a spare tire. His entire life has been a dumpster fire.
There's no point to the song.
No, it's just a man who's not careful.
Oh, the fat
And bloated. Fat and bloated. Alba left his ass as soon as he quit. Just last night she sucked Tommy Smoke's dick. Diabetes gonna cause him to lose his legs. Trying hard to convince us he has chemistry with Craig.
No, that one's
That true?
It's hard to
don't know.
find pants that can fit his ass. Makes a bunch of jokes, but nobody laughs. Who's really been canceled? Mike wants to know. Only thing that's been canceled are subscriptions to his show.
All right, there you go. Wow, that's a big controversy. I didn't realize that.
Yes. That one got me. I don't know why he hates me so much. I'm his biggest fan. He always makes me laugh very
I mean,
much.
that song really had no, like I said, was really not relevant. You just felt like saying, I fucking hate Mike. Let's just
Yeah, I don't like this guy. There's not really, here are his faults.
Did you pick one? Did you use one of these songs we did last week for your open or no?
No, not yet. I don't have an
No. Yeah, well, I didn't know. Those are good ones.
The Fresh Prince one is probably my favorite. Although
That's a good one.
That one we just played got my biggest laugh probably. The Tommy Smokes thing got
That's a funny one. It's a funny one. All right. So Mike, we'll see you next Monday or Sunday or whatever.
All right.
Okay. Steve, I'll meet you at the sheriff's department. Like what? Half hour? 45 minutes?
Okay, sounds good.
Is that good or no?
Yeah, it shouldn't take me long to get the show posted. That's fine.
Well, just let me know when you post it, whatever. No rush, but okay. And we'll talk to you when? Wednesday? Wednesday.
Yep.
All right, guys. See you.
All right.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.